Welcome back, guys, and today we finally have some more news about Nvidia 1100 series release date. And since the GTX 1000 series is so old right now, it is more than two years old, we have been expecting a new series of GPUs for almost a year now. And today we have more news about it from Nvidia's CEO directly, so it's not some fake news or something like that, so it's not something that somebody is guessing, it is a real news. So Nvidia CEO said that we cannot expect new GPUs soon, that we will have to wait for a long time until new GPUs come. And this was really unexpected because GPUs are 2 years old now, and we never in the history of Nvidia GPUs had to wait for such a long time. And if you go to this article, you can find it down in the description. You can see that they are focusing on the robotics GPUs, on Volta Tensor Core GPUs, GPUs for AI and deep learning GPUs. So it looks like they are going a little bit away from the gaming aspect of GPUs, and they are focusing on all other branches that will be more popular in the future. Because AI will be everywhere, deep learning will be everywhere, and they really need to focus their resources on things like that. I understand that, but they are forgetting about the gamers that made their company what it is today. They made them billions of dollars just last year from all of the miners that bought every single GPU that was on the shelf, and even years before that when they were selling millions and millions of their GPUs only to gamers, when there was no AI like it is today, there was no deep learning or things like that in the 2000s, when the only thing that you could buy from Nvidia was a gaming GPU. It looks like they are forgetting about us and they don't care so much as they did before. I understand that they're just a company and they are wanting to make more money, and money is the only thing that matters. But now when there is no competition from AMD, and since AMD said that they won't be releasing any new architecture or any new GPUs this year, Nvidia really doesn't have a reason to release new GPUs. I'm pretty sure that they could release them right now, that they have everything ready to start the production lines, but if they release those GPUs now, that would be maybe like 40, 50, 60% faster for the same price and at lower power consumption. AMD would get completely crushed, and they actually don't want that, because they just want to be a little bit better than AMD so they can keep this thing going for years and years to come. Because if they completely crush AMD and AMD goes out of business, there will be new competition instead of AMD. And new competition could come from Intel, or it could come from IBM, or from somebody else, for some huge company like those two. And that new competition could actually be a lot stronger than AMD, because other companies have a lot more money, but they are just not as interested in entering the GPU market as they would be if only Nvidia would be the only one producing GPUs. Now, what does this we cannot expect them for a long time even mean? Is that like 6 months? Is that a year? Is that more than a year? It's really hard to believe that we won't see any new GPUs even this year, because if you go to Wikipedia site for GeForce 1000 series, you can see release dates of every single GPU from the 1000 series. So some of the first GPUs that we got was GeForce GTX 180, and that was in May 27th of 2016. So this is more than 2 years ago, and if we don't get any new GPUs this year, that means that you will actually be buying almost 3 years old GPUs as a new GPUs, and with price higher than they cost 3 years ago when they came out. And why would somebody want to buy that? I understand that if you want a new GPU, there is nothing else for you to buy. You cannot get Vega 56 or 64 because prices went up more than 100% on that. And what else are you going to buy, like RX 570 or 580? But that is not high-end. The only thing high-end you can get right now is like 180 Ti, or maybe something like GeForce GTX 170, which was released also in June 10th of 2016. So only thing in high-end that you can buy right now is more than 2 years old, and soon, if they don't release any new GPUs, it will be 3 years old, and we haven't ever seen that in the history of Nvidia. And I'm getting a little bit worried about that, because gamers are being forgotten, and they are the ones that built them, their multi-billion-dollar company. Now, it is great for people that bought GPUs maybe when they came out, they started mining, and they can mine with them 3 years without any competition from new GPUs and without any need to change them. But miners are not the only ones that make money for Nvidia. There are also gamers, there are also huge companies that need GPUs for AI, that need GPUs for deep learning and things like that. So hopefully we will see them in the next few months, but as it looks like we won't be seeing them for like 6 months or even longer than that. They might even come out next year at this time, so 1 more year of waiting. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about it and what you think the release date of those new GPUs will be, and see you soon in another one. Bye.